Turkey has just sent a message to the world at a major defense expo, unveiling a new intercontinental ballistic missile. The SAHA 2026 International Defense, Aerospace and Space Industry Fair opened its doors in Istanbul on Tuesday. Spread across 400,000 square meters, it drew 1,700 companies, including 263 international firms and over 30,000 industry professionals from more than 120 countries. Well, the target this year was $8 billion in defense export contracts, up from $6.2 billion at the last edition. The headline of SAHA 2026 was Yıldırımhan. This is Turkey's first liquid-fueled ICBM capable of hypersonic flight and the longest-range missile the country has ever developed. The name translates to Thunder Hammer, according to specifications released at the exhibition. Well, the missile is designed for a range of up to 6,000 kilometers and can reach speeds between Mach 9 and Mach 25. It's equipped with 4 liquid fuel engines and is capable of carrying a payload of up to 3 tons. Well, to put that into perspective, Mach 25 is roughly 30,000 kilometers per hour. And with a range of 6,000 kilometers, it puts Moscow, Beijing, London, and Nairobi all within theoretical striking distance from Turkish soil.
Our Yıldırımhan long-range missile, our country's first liquid-fueled rocket, capable of traveling at hypersonic speed, and the longest-range missile we have ever built. We will display these with great pride.
The minister said the national defense industry had rapidly increased production capacity and that Turkish military systems had proven themselves in the most difficult conflict regions of the world. He also claimed that locally built platforms developed to NATO standards and at lower cost are directly affecting the military capabilities of foreign armies, and that Turkey has moved from a mainly import-dependent buyer to a country that designs, produces and exports its own systems. The revelation comes amid heightened tensions across West Asia following the start of the US-Israeli war on Iran in late February. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan had urged an end to the fighting, blaming Israel for prolonging the conflict.
My fellow citizens, despite diplomatic efforts, the war that began on February 28th, unfortunately, continues to take lives and destroy lives. The Israeli government keeps undermining every initiative aimed at ending the war.
Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan reportedly later acknowledged that the Iran war had provided Ankara with increased incentive to accelerate domestic production of weapons and air defenses. Turkey's push to expand its domestic defense industry is also rooted in painful recent history. After purchasing Russian S-400 air defense systems in 2019, the United States removed Turkey from the F-35 program and froze the sale of the aircraft. Well, the lesson Ankara took from that episode is that if you depend on others for your weapons, you also depend on others for your security. And yet, Turkey remains a NATO member. Former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has already identified Turkey as a potential future strategic concern, given the pace of its military build-up. So with this ballistic missile unveiling, Erdogan has made it clear that Turkey intends to forge its own military hammer, sending a thunderbolt to any potential adversaries.